How was that to face Georgia twice and lose? How was that to face Georgia twice this past season?
That's a crazy surprise question. Hey, I'm not. Hey,
Yo, what's up, everybody? You know what I'm saying? We are back with another episode of The Real Understands Everything, or as y'all may call it, True Talk. I am one of your hosts here, Eli, co-hosted with my guy, Mike B, my other guy, also known as the People Champ, Mr. John Jones himself, man. Today, we back with another banger. This is season 2. This will be episode number 4. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole pose up, you know what I'm saying? No 4PF, though. Not just playing.
Yeah, we
But
fuck with
man, we back with, yeah. Hey, yeah, that way. But seriously though, man, we're back with another banger. We got another guest on, like I told y'all. We've been thinking on it all week. We got somebody in who has been around the game of football for a very long time, but not just football, also in the music industry. We introduced to y'all today, man, Mr. Bill Norton, current Los Angeles Rams, former UGA, former Arizona, and finished his stop at Texas Longhorns. You know what I'm saying? Hook 'em, horns down because Clemson up. Not just playing, but nah, man. Goes off to Texas, man, makes a name for himself. But the biggest thing too to take away from this is Bill is also a big time charting producer who's worked with the likes of anybody that you can think of out of Memphis. You know what I'm saying? One of the most known that I can think of right now is just NLE Chopper. Just say a little bit, man. But y'all give it up for Mr. Bill. And we appreciate you coming on and you know what I'm saying, having time with us, man.
yeah, I will.
Yeah. So we're gonna give it up for Mr. Bill.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all for having me. I've been looking forward to this.
Man.
Catching up with Mike B too. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I've been waiting on this one, man. So, Bill, take us through, man. You're from Memphis, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You go into football, but and we're gonna touch on the football aspect. I think one thing that I gravitated towards was, you being a producer, man. How did you get into music? You know what I'm saying? Where did that come from as far as like getting into the music industry, getting into producers? Like, was this like, you just kind of been a music head your whole life?
Yeah, no, most definitely. I've always loved music. My mom put me on music, like Black Eyed Peas, Outkast. She always had me on that early on. So I used to love listening to that.
flavor with you, cuz.
Oh, I'm telling you, boy.
What's up? Yeah. So my mom, yeah. So I had that little sound, growing up, and I always kind of wondered like how this stuff started getting made.
Right.
And one birthday, probably like 2018, 2019, somewhere around there, I got a little beat pad. And I just played with it, like going to Georgia. I started playing with it, like just kind of messing around, not taking it too seriously. And then I started figuring out like, yeah, you can make a living off of making beats. I'm like, that sounds cool. If football, you don't do football for so long. So I was like, if I can get into music, that would be awesome. So I started messing around with that. And the real practice was Mike B seen it firsthand. The teammates that come and try to make it out of football, coming in
Right.
to the little studio, stuff like that. But that's truly where I got a lot of the practice with recording people, to mixing all that stuff. It was just teammates, and that made me want to make more beats. They come in, try to pull up some YouTube beats. I'm like, no, I want to get on my beats. This is my let's get on my stuff. So that's what made me. I started adapting the sounds. I started making off the little Memphis beats. Went to start making some T.R.U.E beats. Went to Detroit beats. When I went to Arizona, made some West Coast beats. So I just kind of adapted to whatever teammates I had around me, and I think that's what got my catalog to where it is right now. And that's basically how the whole thing started.
Okay, so let me ask you this, and again, we got a long little interview to go, but like, what was your get us out the hood beat? Like, what was your beat that like, man, I know I made it with this one, man?
It may be hard to pick a direct one. There's probably I got like a top 5. There's a top 5 ones. None that have gotten released yet. I think all my 5 favorite beats, none of them have gotten released yet.
Oh, wow.
What you waiting on?
Bro.
Yeah, put me on them.
He got a list of them, bro. I'm
ready.
I can give y'all all 5 and see what y'all do with them.
Come on that thing, hop on the beat like JD.
JD used to love them singing jokes.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Currently, man, I checked out the. Oh, by the way, people, if you're listening to this, he does have a project out with another gentleman. I forgot. I had his name.
Big
Big
Kamula.
K Mula.
Big
Kamula.
Kamula. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, album fully produced by Bill Norton, from my understanding. Yep. Y'all go check that out, man. The first song on there, "You Whip It." Hey, it's about, man. It's a vibe. For
Yeah,
sure.
we were working on that one for a minute. Men in Black. So that was his idea. He was like, "That's been my boy." I know you're talking about Choppa and stuff.
Yeah.
I met him through Choppa at a music
Okay.
video shoot like 2019. That's been my boy ever since. And yeah, we've been talking about dropping an album forever, and we finally did it. So yeah, only 6 years later.
Hey
Man.
man, time is of the essence, but y'all did
Yeah.
it though.
Was that?
So let me ask you. Um, so I'm trying to make sure I'm getting this right. So you started the music kind of like you said, growing up. It kind of was embedded into you, was introduced to
Mhm.
you. And you kind of had that, like, I want to make my own beats. So it's safe to say you kind of started dipping and dabbing in high school. How was the schedule like, trying to like make sure that you're perfecting? Because essentially, the way I'm looking at it, you're perfecting two crafts. You
Yeah.
got football and you got music.
Mhm.
Did you ever feel like they were kind of like they could coexist? Obviously, in college they kind of can coexist. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you had teammates coming there thinking they the next Drake. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah.
just from like coming into like the recruiting process, because a lot of people don't know, you was actually a 4-star prospect. I believe the number three player in the state of Tennessee. So how was that, trying to like make sure that you get a scholarship, but also trying to make sure you got a another plan A, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, in another avenue?
Yeah. So I didn't even know I wanted to play football until my junior year. Like I played football, but I wasn't really like playing football. Like I was just out there just because I was big. I basically had to be out there. Like they were like,
Yeah.
all right, but you're 6'5", over 280 and whatever. And we had a good O
Mhm.
line. So I credit this to my high school coach.
Mhm.
He put me at DN because I was like the only spot that was open because we had a deep O line. And thank God he put me at D line because I did not want to play O line. And nah, but balancing going through that, eventually get the offers and get the eventually landed Georgia. And that was just when I started doing the music stuff more and
Mhm.
learning how to kind of balance that. I remember Nick Saban told us on a visit. He told us you have three lives in college. It's football, school, and your personal life. I think the music kind of was its own things that you had to balance it to make it four.
Yeah.
Because the music stuff, obviously, you got to have time to be creative. You got to sit down and like think about what you want to do, and
Right.
you got to balance that with going to study halls. You got to balance that with practice meetings. Coach Scott had us up there late, and so just learn how to balance that. And I think that
Yeah.
anytime we had an off period, that's when I'd really, really maximize the music stuff. Anytime I didn't have any school to worry about, and I try to get
Mhm.
the schoolwork done so I didn't have to worry about that. But anytime we had some off periods, that's where that music stuff. Everybody piled in the dorm room, and we did all that stuff. You know, just at the ECV dorms.
Man, shout out to ECV.
Uh
So
huh.
it's just ironic that like you started this music, you fell in love with music because your mom introduced you to it, and then you come to it basically Georgia, which is like mini Atlanta, which is like the hub for hip hop culture, or what
Right.
Yeah.
people say hip hop culture of the South. You feel me? And
Yeah.
then you got Texas. You eventually went to Texas, so that's a different type of hip hop. But
Yeah.
Atlanta is really like the mecca for hip hop. So did that play a role into you coming to Athens, or like what was your thought process of even coming to Georgia? Because like you said, you had offers everywhere, and you also visited with Saban. So like, who were your top choices, and what made you ultimately choose Georgia? Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. My top choices was either obviously Tennessee because Tennessee
Mm.
being they try to keep how same thing with Georgia, they try to keep all the in-state dudes in
Oh,
state.
Rocky Top.
Uh-huh. And that was with Coach Pruitt. So I
Yeah,
really like Coach Pruitt though. But it was between
same. That's my dog.
Tennessee, Georgia, and Ohio State. Ohio
Mm-hmm.
State just it wouldn't. I wanted to try to stay SEC. I just like the
Mm-hmm.
SEC. The whole life you hear about SEC is the best of the best. That's why I wanted
Mm-hmm.
to stay in. And then Georgia. I think we kind of mentioned earlier. Coach Scott. Coach Scott definitely sold me on Georgia. From
Yeah.
the personality standpoint. Then being close to Atlanta, they had Quavo at the games. I'm like,
Right.
when you start making beats and you hear Quavo's run around, that's an attracting factor to come to
Right.
Georgia.
Right.
Just the opportunities that come from that and all the people that Georgia brings around. Like we had everybody under the sun in that building at Georgia, and you get all those different firsthand experiences, all that different culture,
Right.
all that could translate into the music. And I thought that was cool about Georgia. And I'm although I didn't end my career there, I wouldn't take those 4 years back at all.
For sure.
I
No,
got
that's
some.
what's up, bro.
How did you and Mike B first connect? What
I
started
got
your
I
friendship?
remember exactly when I first. So I remember going on visit, seeing Mike B. I was like, "Oh, damn, that's Michael Barnett. Oh, that's crazy." And then when I committed, I remember him following me on Instagram, and he was the first Georgia football player to follow me on Instagram. And I went to show my mom. I'm like, "Mom, look at this." And my mom don't care. She don't give two shits. So I'm like,
Right.
"Mom, well, Mike B followed me on Instagram. Look at this." She's like, "Oh, that's good, honey. That's awesome." Nah, but I remember being Mike B. Mike B was like my older brother on that team. I remember having to that Georgia Tech game 2019. Dude,
Mm.
we didn't, me, Zion, and Tyman, we didn't travel a lot to those
Yeah.
away games. So the Georgia Tech game, I remember what happened, but they had to travel one more person, and Zion and Tyman already went home, and
Hmm.
I had to stay on Thanksgiving weekend. This is my first college Thanksgiving, and I couldn't
Man,
go home for it. I was
Right.
so bummed. But I just remember Mike B, because I knew I was going to get in the game at the end of it. I remember Mike B giving me all that confidence to get in there. I was so scared. It was my first game actually playing, and then
damn.
me and Notori and I got TFL. I remember running aside like everybody slapped me on the head, uh, give me all that confidence boost. But Mike B
Yeah.
was like that older brother he was Unk in the D line room.
No, that was
Yeah,
Yeah,
Uncle Mike.
Uncle Mike.
here,
Uh huh.
here you go, nigga. Y'all out here being funny. No, I remember when you got that TFL. We was lit for you that game, boy.
Uh huh.
Cause like
We
how
beat
it
the hell
happened,
out of him.
bro. He just opened up, and as soon as he made the tackle, he said, "Oh!" He started going crazy, bro. Like he went dumb
I
that game.
I didn't even know what to do. We'll probably pull the clip up. I didn't know what to do. I got up and just started looking around.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
like,
Uh-huh.
Coach Scott was happy as hell.
No. Yeah, that was nuts.
that's what's up, man.
Uh-huh.
That's dope. So
Damn.
let me ask you this: you go to Georgia, man. What was that like? And I know we've asked a couple people that we've seen come on through from Georgia. What was that like as far as experiencing the atmosphere in Sanford Stadium for the very first time, like a live
Mm.
home game?
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
One of the first times I got to see Sanford Stadium as a like a night game was when I was a recruit my senior year.
Hmm.
Might be, I know you probably remember this. It was against Mississippi State, and is when they opened up
Mm,
the game with Swift doing the flea flicker to like from like nuked it to the end zone. I
yeah,
remember that was the first Stanford Stadium game where I saw that it was like really jumping like that. I was like,
right.
"Oh, this is cool." I was like, "It couldn't get any crazier than this." Then we had the Notre Dame game with the red lights for the first time.
Yeah.
And when I got there, oh my gosh, that was
2019. Hey, that's a
yeah,
crazy game, boy. Hey,
that
they
was
still talk about that game to this day.
that Notre Dame game was
I'm
probably
trying
one
to
of
think
the
if I
great.
remember that game. You said 2019. I'm about to map
Mhm.
that. I'm
It was a
looking up
night game. It was the first
YouTube
time
right now.
we
Let me
had,
pull this up.
yeah, it was the first time we had them red lights at halftime or
Hmm.
in the fourth quarter or whatever, and
Yeah.
that was place was jumping.
It was
Yeah,
a
that was,
red light special that game, and
Uh
that was
huh.
a,
everybody
that was
talks
a night
about that
game, right?
because, huh?
You said that was a night game, right?
I'm about to look
Yeah,
it
it
up.
was a night game. It was like that's when we first used the LED lights because after we did that in that night game, everybody else started using it, and everybody was like copycatting us.
Yeah.
Like Alabama, South Carolina, Tennessee, they tried to do something, but like that night game right there, when we used it against that big time, that was it, boy. I can't like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, bro,
Out of
yeah.
all the games I don't want, I've been a part of, that game and those lights and that moment right there was the craziest I've ever experienced because
Nah.
Yeah,
they didn't
When
even tell us as players what was going
mm-mm.
on.
them
We knew
lights
that they was
them
putting lights
yeah
up, but we
them
didn't know
lights
what was
turned
going on.
out. They turned out for a second, and all of a sudden the whole stadium went red, and we are just like, no way. Nah, that was
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah,
Even
that
Notre
was.
Dame players was like, yo,
Oh yeah.
that
No,
was crazy.
there was yeah because
Oh, yeah, that
they
was the
should
year
have
I played with Lawrence Cager. Shout out my boy Cager.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shout
Yeah,
out,
shout out my boy Lawrence Cager.
Mm-hmm.
man. So Bill, go to Georgia, and I heard, it stuck out to me. You say I always wanted to go to the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
You took a trip to the Pac-12.
I did
So you can
the
imagine what this
last
question
year
is
of it.
about to head into. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? Is
Yeah.
there really a difference, in your opinion, for you? Was there really a difference in the level of play as far as offensive linemen from Pac-12 to SEC?
1,000%. And don't get me wrong, because there's some. Don't get me wrong. There were some good O linemen we played that year. Like we had to play some good dudes at Washington.
Mhm,
And then we played some good dudes. Who we played in that bowl game? We played Oklahoma in our bowl game at the end of it.
mhm.
So we saw good O linemen, and there were some good O linemen select on different teams. But as far as the amount of good O linemen compared to the SEC is night and day. Like SEC, especially when you play them Kentuckies, when you play them dudes that are known
Hmm.
for having big O linemen, you don't see that in the Pac-12 as much at all. So, yeah, I completely saw a difference in O line.
Yeah, no, I've always want to ask that because I don't meet a whole lot of guys that go to like pretty much the Pac-12 and SEC or like the Big Ten. Like I don't meet a whole lot of guys that go to get the experience both in the trenches. Now,
Yeah,
skill
Hmm.
players, skill players come a dime and a dozen. But as far as those big guys in the trenches, we don't really get a lot that get to say that. Okay, I got the SEC, then I get to go and venture out, and
yeah.
then you were blessed and fortunate enough to get back to the SEC and come to
Came
the
back, yeah, I
Hmm.
came back to the SEC. I almost went to the Big 12, but I can't. They switched it over and went to back to the SEC. I was cool with that.
I feel that.
I'm glad you
So
made the right choice, brother.
Yeah, most
facts.
definitely.
So I want to get into I'm gonna scale it back one more time. Yeah, Georgia, you were part of that program. You were part of the season that won a championship, correct?
Both seasons. My last two seasons were I know Mike B hates this. Were the 2021 and then
Mhm.
the 2022.
Some bullshit. I'm just playing.
So let me
Hey,
let me
but hey,
ask
look,
you
I'm
this,
shout out to my alma mater,
Uh-huh.
man.
man.
Hey,
What
I
was
know
that
you was
like?
just as hyped like you were there.
Oh,
What
for
was that
real.
like for you to win a championship like at the highest of the highest level, like in
Hmm.
college? How was that for you?
That it, I think the 2021 championship with when we
Hmm.
had JD, we had Jalen, just that whole defense. Seeing that game unfold was insane. It was crazy, and like
Hmm.
my, might be. I know I can tell you this. The person I was happiest for was Drew Rock. I
Oh
was so
yeah, for
happy that
real.
Drew Rock got that. No, just seeing like it, like if you don't make it to the Natty, your season's going to end in either a bowl game or a loss somewhere.
Hmm.
And that Natty, that feeling that overcomes when you see that confetti fall and you're like, all right, season's over. We just won the Natty. It's like
Yeah,
that was a one of one feeling. Um,
thanks.
Obviously the TCU year, it didn't. I don't think it hit as hard as
The first year.
the Bama one.
Yeah.
No, but anytime I still show everybody those two rings. Everybody's so interested to see those two rings. It's a natty is not something you come across easily.
Right.
Not something most players have. So I was thrilled to be a part of those teams, and
I'm not even gonna lie to you and not even cut you off, but y'all really won a national championship when y'all was in Atlanta and y'all played Ohio State. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Once
yeah,
y'all won that game, I
Yeah.
said,
hmm,
"Oh, we good now." I said, "This gonna
yeah,
be easy sailing. We
yeah,
straight."
uh huh,
Justin Field, hey, that
yeah,
last play, because I'm
hmm,
like, hey, I was watching that game. I saw it. Like I'm like, oh, it's a dot wide open, and Buddy
Hmm.
dropped the ball. I'm like, cuz,
hmm,
come on, bro.
yeah. That was the natty, definitely.
Yes.
Hmm.
Out
Yeah.
of
Uh,
all your, go ahead.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, out of all the games you played while you were at Texas, hell, even when you was at Texas, I'm gonna just wait for that question. Uh, when you was at Georgia, Texas, and Arizona, what would you say the best and hardest games, like in each atmosphere at each school, would you say was the best environment that you played in? I think I've heard
Um.
that.
No, I got yeah, I got it. The I think just based off recent memory, Georgia, we played so many crazy games. You when you go on the road, especially you got the Auburns,
Hmm.
playing the Rocky Top. Those games are always crazy. And
For
then
real,
playing at Sanford Stadium is one of the best environments of college football, and we
right?
do most weeklies. But off this past season playing A&M when Texas hadn't played A&M in 15 years since A&M joined the SEC. So this is the first time they played each other. And
Oh wow,
that game was wild because you hear about Kyle Field like 12th man and all that stuff. It's like all
yeah.
right, whatever with that. The bottles were falling off the lockers in the locker room below the stadium.
Man,
Like it was one of the rowdier events I've ever been to. And the way you bust in, didn't y'all play? Did y'all ever play at A&M?
Mm-mm.
I think we played them at home.
Y'all play? Yeah, it was at home. But when you
Yeah.
bust in when you bust in the stadium, it's like it's in the middle of like there's not a lot around it. It's just a stadium in the middle of the sea of people, and you bus in. People were slapping the buses. People were throwing stuff. It was one of the more hostile environments I've ever played in. And
Sound like Kentucky
Oh
Stadium.
wow.
You know that
yeah,
stadium built
Kentucky. Yeah,
I'm not gonna
and
lie though, Kentucky Stadium at night is probably one of the littest stadiums because they
yeah,
playlist. Not even gonna lie, it's always on point. It's always on
Mhm.
point.
Yeah,
I was in the stands in 2016 when they should have beat Georgia. Just gonna keep it real, but
Hey, what they say? A win is a win.
a win is a
A win is a win.
win. No,
uh,
thanks. But
Oh man.
but yeah, man. So I was gonna Mike, kind of made me think about it because I was definitely gonna ask you like, what was that difference in playing at, saying a powerhouse like Georgia in the SEC and then playing at a powerhouse like A&M, at like Texas. Um,
mhm.
you
Yeah,
made me think about because you went to A&M to play them, but
yeah.
but like playing at them two schools, which Texas did a number this season. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
How was that to face Georgia twice and lose? How was that to face Georgia twice this
That,
past season?
that's a crazy surprise question. Hey, I'm not. Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
I used to say I
It
took it
hurt.
to the mountaintop. I had to
Hey,
throw them out with me.
hey, I'm not gonna lie. Both losses hurt equally as bad.
Really?
The both losses did hurt. That was. I think the first game was so weird because it's
Mhm.
like you've been at this school. Obviously, I went to Arizona for 1 year, but you were at school for 4 years, and now you're lining
hmm
up against them. It's like what is happening right now? And it's against
hmm
like you know how the scout team works. Scout team, you get your reps, and then you all of a sudden now you become a starter. So when I left, all these dudes were on the scout team. We're all starting. I'm like, oh my, this is even more weird. So nah, but it was cool. I know I love all them dudes.
Mhm.
Which no, there was no bad blood between any like Georgia stuff. Maybe them fans hate me. I'm not gonna lie, them Georgia
Yeah.
fans hate me.
Oh, I
I
Uh,
believe
mean,
it.
yeah, they
but
be quick to pass out who's a DGD and
uh,
who ain't.
oh yeah, 100%. You know the first one we got our ass beat. Not gonna lie, we got our ass beat that first game, and then the second game it was just a close one. But yeah, we lost
Yeah,
twice to
y'all.
Georgia, and I hated it both times.
I know y'all came with a game plan that second time. I said shit. But I was
Yeah,
like, Texas is a school though. Like I feel like once they figure it out, it's gonna be hard to stop them.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
Georgia's already like we can already get the players in and you feel me? Just
hmm
live off that momentum because Kirby gonna do what Kirby do and Coach
yeah,
Scott gonna be Coach Scott. But
100%.
like Texas, when y'all came out there the second time, I swear if there was one more quarter, y'all would have won
Yeah,
because
it's,
y'all were
it's
starting to
tight.
get it toward the end. And I said, this shit is starting to look crazy because I'm already knowing that like you already dialed in to like what you learned at Georgia. Like, okay, this is what they gonna do. I just gotta
Yeah,
play. You feel me? Fuck all that
yeah,
weird feeling stuff. I gotta go
yeah.
out there and ball.
Yeah.
But
hmm
it's crazy that like, and I hope to get timing on here that they played y'all, and then next thing you know, they go to the Natty and then play timing. I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
I said,
hmm
but I ain't gonna lie, they got their ass beat, so I can't wait the time to come on here.
Teammates.
They got their ass handed to them.
Teammates.net.
So let me ask you: was there any trash talk? You feel like are you a trash talker in the game, man?
I only start talking if someone else starts talking. I'm never like I'll never go pick something off. But
Okay.
I talked to Arian, Arian Smith. Arian's my boy.
Yeah.
Arian was talking that hot shit that on that game. Yeah, Aaron was talking shit. I talked to him about it. But
Yeah.
and then like how you get in the game and you start just
Yeah.
emotions are running high. He was yelling at somebody. I'm like, Aaron, chill the hell out, bro. Stop. And I told him that, but you know,
Yeah.
I'm not the type of person to go talk trash. I know Mike B was, but I'm not.
Shit. Fuck you. Hey,
Right.
hey, you got to, bro. Bro, these folks ruthless out here, bro.
I know.
Yeah.
But
Right now, I get.
a question that all of us want to know, bro. Like we were there, we was together in 2019. Then going in 2020, I know COVID was a weird year. How was the COVID year for y'all? As far
It was,
as nobody coming to the game because I
yeah.
know like even when me and Eli was training for like the draft process it just was a weird time, you feel me?
Mhm.
But like how did that play a role into like how college football which you knew it from your freshman year?
Yeah. It was bizarre. You know how it all unfolded. We're about to. I didn't do a spring ball until my junior year. I didn't ever did a spring ball because
Right.
I came in summer, and then we went
Mhm.
on spring break, and then we never came back for spring ball. So then,
Right.
and then we played the season, the weird COVID season.
Right.
That season, the stands was empty.
Had the
We
stadium
game,
noise.
yeah, the added stadium noise, games were getting canceled. Like we practiced a whole week to play Vandy, and then they canceled on Friday, and we're like, what would we just do all that preparation for?
Right.
And then we rescheduled them, and then we practiced a whole nother week, and they canceled the game again because they don't have enough players. It's like it was such a bizarre season, and like
Mhm.
it's honestly like a fever dream. Like I hardly remember that season happening. Like it was such a weird season, and
Everybody
like
got
the
control.
way we had to get there on like Monday mornings and do like COVID tests every week. We
Mhm.
started, I do the nose ones and we do the spit ones, and then it's like it was such a bizarre landscape of college football, and nobody knew what they were doing.
Right.
The people running all this stuff didn't know what they were doing. Like everybody was just figuring out as we went on, which made it just 10 times more bizarre. We had to be in meetings wearing masks and stuff, and then someone would get sick, you get contact rate. It was They should have just scratched that whole season off. That was such a weird season.
COVID,
I
man.
mean,
Go ahead.
go ahead, Eli.
I was just gonna say, man, to think that we lived through COVID is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
you couldn't even fart without somebody thinking you had COVID. Like, poop wrong, somebody, hey man, you need to get tested.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it was a wild time. I tell you.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Insane.
The one thing I hate about the COVID year was them damn nose tests, bro. I feel like they had that damn thing touching the bottom of my damn brain, bro.
Dude, those are rough. And they kind of got a little more lenient as it went on, but those first ones
Yeah,
when we came back were brutal.
it was.
Like eyes watering, like that was bad.
I
This
was
might
shedding a tear every day. I'm like, bro,
Uh-huh.
this is not how I want to start my day off, bro.
Nah, that
It's
was
off
Son, did
rough.
top.
you
I
ever?
know it's like even if you had a chick during that time, it's like, yeah, bitch, let me see your COVID card. Make sure you
No, for
look
real, bro.
when you
You
come in.
remember that, bro? You had to have your COVID card. Like, hey,
Let
I'm
me see your
good. I'm
card.
good.
Bro,
You
We
got two
good.
punches out. Yeah, those
no,
were
they was
weird.
treating COVID like AIDS, bro. I was
Yeah,
like, dog,
you
Yeah.
get back, you get your swab today. All right, man. Then yeah, you good. Then.
And
man,
then and then afterwards, everybody like, oh, you got that COVID shit? Oh, they gave you that shit, bro. You got that stuff. The government watching you. That's why everybody getting
man,
sick.
bro. I ain't gonna lie. When COVID first hit the streets, like the amount of death that was advertised for a second, I was scared to go outside. Then
I
It
COVID
was.
was
died,
I ain't give a shit. Out.
it did
I ain't,
it
I
did
was
look a
out.
little scary at first.
bro. Because it
I
happened
was.
after, bro. It happened after Kobe died, bro. Like after Kobe died, the world stood still for a little bit, and then
Mhm.
boom, COVID.
On COVID.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
No, I
dog.
feel like it felt like the apocalypse. Like, I feel like the world was ending for a little bit, and then yeah,
X.
that
Because
was
I was a
nuts.
little. Hey, people
Well,
laugh at me now, but to this day, I still pump gas with a glove on my hand, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But yeah, bro, gas pumps really is the dirtiest like thing that we touch, bro.
yeah.
Besides, even you put your phone, you put your phone down, you put your phone everywhere. You pick your phone back
Mhm.
up, put it to your face, do this, do that, bro. Your phone and gas pumps, bro, is the dirtiest
Mhm.
item.
No, let me tell you the dirtiest things that you damn touch. The goddamn bathroom or opening the door from a public bathroom. I see so many motherfuckers now that don't be washing their hands than I
Mhm.
did before because of COVID. I said, "Oh, y'all some nasty motherfuckers, boy." I
Then
started
nigga,
looking at
Yeah.
everybody sideways, huh?
imagine
Mhm.
if a nigga in the bathroom and y'all come out at the same time. You go to the sink and he wanna not go. He like, shit, I gotta go because he looking. You looking at him
On
like,
me. I
you
said,
better wash.
bro, one day,
Man,
I ain't gonna lie, one day I was on one. I said, hey, bro, you ain't gonna wash your damn hands? I heard you in that damn stall, bro. Come on now.
It sound
bro,
I
like a
said, boy, that's nasty
bomb
as shit.
threat in there. He just
Yeah.
bombs over Baghdad and he let
Bro, I'm telling you.
and
This
you ain't
fool
gonna
came in that
wash.
motherfucker thought we was in World War III. I was like, what the?
bro,
Nah,
facts.
I'm still opening the bathroom with the paper towel. After I wash my hands, I'll open it up, throw it away, kick it open.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
what
same.
I
I'm not
do.
touching
That's
those.
what I do. It's just like, bro, COVID. If you think about it, really though, it exposed how we supposed to been living as far as like cleanliness. People like cleaning planes. People was like, we ain't cleaned the plane in 30 years. What? Like, bro, like, bro, planes should have been getting wiped down like that,
Yeah.
bro. But yeah, man, COVID was a wild time, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't even go hug my grandma. You know? I'm like,
Hmm.
my grandma, I
Hell
don't
no.
want to hug you. It might be the last one you get. Like, I
Yeah.
No,
don't
for real.
know.
They was sending people home. Like if someone got COVID, and they thought they would ask them like, who have you been around in the past 24 hours? And if you've been around like 6 people, all 6 of you don't have to go home, but you can't be in the dorm, so you got to go somewhere. And they
Bro,
would just.
like,
Yeah.
I went home for like 4 or 5 days in the middle of the summer, some workouts because I got contact traced.
Damn.
It was bizarre.
let me tell you, when we was in Denver, it was like the second practice. They would test us every day. We was in a meeting, fam. First of all, the virtual meetings, they had virtual meetings, but
Mhm. I hated those.
we had one meeting where there was like, we'll meet up just to tell us we gonna have meetings. It was stupid. I don't know why they did that. But we meet up. I'll never forget. That was my shout out to my boy Tyron Stevens. He had the cough. He had COVID, but boy, you could see it in his face. You ever see somebody try to hold in the cough? He like he was sitting there trying not to let it out.
Oh,
Because if he would have coughed, bro, he probably would have had to go quarantine for the rest of the week.
nah, bro, them virtual meetings used to be hilarious. Especially with Coach Scott. Like them virtual meetings with the group we had were hilarious.
Oh, I bet them. Hey, D-line is probably the jokiest people on the team, other than like maybe like the DBs. I ain't gonna lie.
DBs, yeah.
I say
Nah,
receiver
but
and DB.
Bill, I got a question. If you didn't play DM, whatever position would you have wanted to play? Not even just in like
tight end.
if you could start over.
I would want to play tight end
Okay.
and not gotten the 330.
Dang, you 330?
Uh-huh.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you what Google say. Bill is 6'6", 335.
Man, Bill, listen, bro. I hope we cool after this podcast, bro. Bro, you 6'6", bro.
Yeah, no,
Hey,
yeah, I went all over. I started off 280 playing D end, and now I'm playing nose for 330. So I played all over.
I ain't
hey,
gonna lie, bro.
listen, brother. I know it. I
Had to
know
shoot,
it.
bro. If you was ever trying to come at me, bro, I would shoot. I would have to shoot, bro. I'm a buck 55 soaking wet. I'm 6 feet. And if the nigga like you coming to me and I'm getting on a jet sweep or something like that, and you right, yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Like,
go down, I'm going out of bounds.
yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
but you got to think, bro. Like this is what we used to seeing. That's like the bare
I know
minimum.
I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not used to that. Nigga, I never played against nobody no 350 or 320, whatever he just said. Bro, like I just told you, I'm from Baltimore, but the biggest nigga I ever played against was not 6'6". Matter of
Oh,
fact, here you go. A nigga y'all know, Lawrence Cager. He probably was the biggest receiver when I was coming out. Me and Lawrence graduated the same year. We played against
He's
Lawrence.
tall. What is he like? 6'5", 6'4"?
yeah. He's like 6'4",
All right, so
6'5".
our senior year of high school, he was 6'4". I think he went to 6'5" by the
Mhm.
time he went to Georgia first, right?
No, he went to Miami.
I thought he went to Georgia.
Yeah, he did go to Miami first, then came to Georgia, right? So
Yeah.
he
He
was
followed
6'4"
Coley.
at that time. Then he went to Miami, then he shot up a little bit. Bro, but besides that, matter of fact, Pat Allen.
Do you know Pat Allen? Did you play with offensive lineman Pat Allen? Bill?
No. Where was that at?
He played at
UGA.
Georgia too.
He was the one that was Q. He was always dancing. I don't think you were there yet.
Allen.
He was
Might
a
be.
Q. He probably didn't.
Nah, I didn't. I definitely didn't.
But me and Pat Allen played together. He went to Georgia straight out of high school. So
Okay.
he was there, but
Yeah.
but he was one of our biggest linemen, like and our biggest player on the team. He was like Pat was like 6'4", maybe.
Yeah, he was about. I think Pat was about 6'4".
Mhm.
Like we
That
don't.
boy was a Q.
I know he was a Q. Yeah, we didn't really see in Maryland, bro. We didn't really get like 6'6" and 6'7". Like we didn't see that, bro. Like I never seen like even DBs. I wasn't saying like 6'1", 6'2". Like
I ain't gonna lie.
JD.
Just go ahead and sprinkle down to the Carolinas and Georgias and stuff. You're gonna start to see them.
yeah, bro, it's different.
Jordan Davis.
Boy, listen.
Again,
I ain't gonna lie though. That's a freak of nature. Like that's the biggest and fastest human being I've ever seen in person.
yeah, again another one. I'm not running your way. I'm gonna go out of bounds. Or I'm going down.
JD would hurt like our own players when he run to the ball and he'd like run try to like get in on tackle. He would hurt whoever was in on tackle, like on his team or not. I remember him seeing he went and hurt Chris Smith, Soldier, and he went and blew him up one play, and everybody saw it. I was like, oh, he's out there walking the field holding the shoulder. Nah,
Hey.
JD's big.
JD in person. Actually, 2021, when y'all played Kentucky, the homecoming game, I was out there with Mike. We was actually on the sideline. And now that I look back on the Bill, you was in the video. But in the frame of the camera, it was my first time being next to JD even on pictures and video, don't tell the story of how large of a human being he really is. But
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
first of all, Nazir Stackhouse is a big man.
Mhm.
For people that don't know, that's another big guy. But like JD he made Stack look little. I'm like,
Easily.
Yeah.
That ain't
bro.
even right.
Oh, yeah.
That's
JD's,
what
JD's a large human.
that game is when people really found out how fast he was when he chased that quarterback down for that sack. I said,
What
"Oh my god."
Yeah, that was wild.
So my next question, I gotta ask. I was there in 2019. We wasn't really getting, no money like that. So I gotta ask, when that NIL stuff started happening, how did that impact the environment that Georgia already had? Or just being at Arizona and then going Texas? Because I ain't gonna lie, Georgia is Georgia. But I
Yeah,
heard Texas got deep pockets. I'm not asking about how things are in Texas, but I
yeah.
just wanted to know how the environments changed and things shifted when NIL started to play a part.
And I'm glad I got to come in when I got to come into college football because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like nowadays, everybody sees it. If you're not happy and you come in as a freshman, you're not playing. You're like, all right, well, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go somewhere else and get this X amount of money, blah blah blah. And you see that everywhere. It's not just one or
Right.
two kids doing it. It's constantly happening uh from all different teams, from
Mm-hmm.
whatever. See, when I came in, it's like you just gotta ride it out.
Right.
Figure it out. And I'm glad. I'm so happy I did. I'm glad I did. But it just changes the whole environment of kids, just wanting to look for other places to go if they're not getting what they want to get, and that turns into making college football a difficult place to be in,
Mm-hmm.
for recruits or transfers. People that
Mm-hmm.
really need to use the portal for what it's supposed to be used for are getting just completely shadowed out by these five stars that just came out of high school that immediately want to leave a college, and everybody's like, "All right, well, let's get them now." So I think NILs I think has a lot of positives. It gives players the ability to help out their families, put them in a better spot, put themselves in better spots. But I'm not a fan of people who abuse it and people who get the hell out of there for stupid reasons or being bratty and all that stuff.
And Bill,
So
yeah, I was gonna say it's funny. Bill says that, right? 'Cause you got to think now. You got some of these recruits or some of these people that enter the transfer report that's making more than the assistant coaches.
Yeah.
So now, how do I respect you as my coach and I make more than you?
Yeah,
Some
it
kids,
puts
some
yeah,
kids think like that.
no, definitely.
You get what I'm
It
I'm
puts
not
saying? Like, go ahead, Mike.
I'm not gonna say no names, but I actually recently just talked to a college coach about that, and he was like, "Bruh, it's getting to a point now where it's just like I hate dealing with it. Like, hate dealing with these
Mhm.
kids because of basically what you just said. Like, they just feel entitled when they don't even know the game yet, nor have they
Mhm.
matured yet to know how to like spend money wisely, or just like they're not even in a position like mentally, academically, just physically or athletically overall to be having this much say so when it comes to money and NIL. And he
Yeah.
said it's just not what it used to be. Because I feel like
Mhm.
everybody
Yeah,
on this.
it's.
Go ahead.
I was saying like this.
Go ahead, Bill.
I was saying there's kids that charge colleges. I heard real stories that charge colleges for visits. They'll be like, I need at least 10 for a visit.
Get the.
That's real.
What?
That's
It
real
would be
stuff that's happening right now.
the how fast I would put an X to his name as a
Hey,
recruiter
Hmm.
would need to
what?
be studied in universities. I
You
would
telling me
never
Yeah.
you need
be
a
okay.
front end for me to come show you around my motherfucking school?
Those
Ten?
I gotta give you the front end and I gotta give you the back end to what?
are real
Yeah.
stories.
I ain't gonna say no
All right.
names, but and Bill, you don't have to speak on this. But Texas, I've heard some stories. I reside in. It's no secret. I reside in Texas now, so I got some Texas connects. It's a couple guys that getting that bag at Texas right now. Like
Yeah,
that
hell
Texas is all
yeah.
about. It's like college football is about retention, but it's for the wrong reasons now. Like
Hmm.
Mhm.
I got, like you said, we all know guys coaching. Mike, John, you guys are currently coaching. To hear coaches come and say, "Hey, man, this kid telling me, face to face, like, what can you give me?" Not it used to be, "What can you give me?" Like, "What can you do for me?" Like, "What can you teach me? How can you help me get to the NFL?" Now it's,
Yeah.
"Hey, man, my mama rent due. My cousin about to get put out. My uncle need a new car. I need a car. I need shoes and clothes. Like, what can you pay me?" And I feel like that right there is gonna show a huge decline in the game because people don't like these kids don't realize, bro. Like you get NIL money, cool. You gonna get that bag. But I'm here to tell you that NIL money has nothing, and I got tons of friends that are back it that's living it, has nothing on NFL money. And I don't care what they say, but I'm here to tell you now that you'll get by 2-3 mil at NIL, and if if you that guy, you might reach max about 5 million.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we talking you making 5 million next to a guy he's making 13, 20. You know what I'm saying, on a regular day, and that's not even including endorsements. Because these endorsement companies, they're gonna advertise like, and I got some guys that have worked their butts off to get to where they at. They're in high school. Like one guy in particular, like I said, his name Tyler. He's a high school athlete, 5-star All-American. He's a sponsored athlete by Adidas. Pretty sure he's getting that bag. But that Adidas,
For
yeah,
sure.
yeah, but that Adidas bag is nowhere near as much as it would be had he been if he was in the NFL. Because now
Right.
it's like he's panned out in high school, he's panned out in college. Now he's in the NFL. Like that's the cream of the crop. You know what I mean? So it's just like I'd be quick to tell these kids. I've always been a person to say we need it, and I spoke as like even for me, like being in college, like we need to get paid for our brand, but there needs to be some stipulations on some things, like because some stuff is kind of just it's like out of control at this point.
Yeah.
Facts.
I'm gonna say too, also what makes, and a lot of people shit on Deion Sanders, right? But I feel like with what he's doing, he has the credentials that can overpower any kid saying, "Oh yeah, well I feel like I make more than so and so and so and so." But here's the deal: it's him, Warren Sapp, Marshall Faulk, all these credible dudes that got gold jackets and they have credibility and they played at the highest level. So then it's like, okay, cool. You want X amount of dollars, right? Cool, but here's the deal. We can give you a little bit of that, but we're gonna make sure you're gonna get the best coaching available because we got guys that know what the fuck they talking about.
Facts.
And a lot of kids is taken away from, all right, they just chasing money rather than, all right, so when you done playing college football, what are you really trying to do?
Right.
Because this bag, like, if you don't spend that shit, that bag is gonna be gone, bro. Like, people, you gotta think, y'all are rich right now. Y'all 17, 18. Y'all gonna blow it on cars, girls, strip, jewelry. You know what I'm saying? Shit that don't matter, don't add value. So now Deion Sanders, all right, cool. We're gonna give you 300,000. We might give you $1 million. We might give you that, but now I'm gonna really show you where to put it at. But also, we can help you get to the league because we been there, myself and my assistant coaches.
Facts.
I'm a
So
I'm a huge fan of.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was saying I joke with people all the time and say, man, there's an NIL starter pack that's getting a scat pack or a haircut, a sleeve tattoo, and a diamond chain with your football number on it. That's the starter pack. If I see you with that, I know somebody somewhere has given you over 500K. Like you got
Easily.
that bag on you, man.
I just want a truck. I don't even want the scat pack. I want a truck now.
I would grab a truck. Yeah.
Hey, but I am a fan of, Deion and what he's implementing with his team as far as, bringing in the financial literacy experts. I mean, hell, we had that at UGA before NIL was a thing, you feel me? Because it's just like any type of money or just like going into the league, we've always been taught like how people just like mess up their money and this, that, and the third. But it's just like that financial literacy piece is a big, big, big aspect. But with this NIL and you getting paid a bag and like how we all were talking about, these kids just feel entitled. But I'm saying that to say I'm a huge fan of Fran Brown up there at Syracuse because he was a Georgia dog too. Because he told them straight up, y'all cut up, we gonna start taking it. We gonna start taking out the check. I don't even care. Like I love that he did that because you start to see it get out of hand. And also he wanted to team up with Deion so they can start doing something different as far as the college football landscape because he's realizing that the game is changing. So hell, like we got to utilize it and take advantage of it. You feel me?
Bill, were you there when Fran Brown was there?
Bill?
How was he as a coach?
Oh, he was awesome.
I watch a lot of his stuff. I look up to him as a coach.
No, he was a great guy. He was very personable, like, and he talked to everybody. He didn't just stay with his position group. He talked to everybody. So I think that those qualities itself make him a good head coach.
No, absolutely. Because I know coaches, and I'm not gonna say no names, UJ, that did not talk to you at all. Like and they weren't your position coaches. Now I ain't gonna lie, Coach Scott's talked to everybody.
Yeah,
and I can say this because I'm very far removed.
Scott Connery, strength coach, right?
No, that's no. You talking about Scott Cochran And
That's
I'm,
one.
I'm talking about D-line coach Trey Scott, the
Trace.
real OG Scott. But no, Scott Cochran
Mhm.
is I ain't gonna lie though. I've always been a fan of him when he was at Alabama.
Yeah.
Hey, get ready! Like he's just
I
like
said,
that. I ain't gonna
you
lie to you. He
already
for real.
escalate. I'm just gonna put spinners on that thing.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
That's what's
That
up.
boy hilarious.
but I'm a
Mm-hmm.
huge fan of him because you just got to implement these kids the right way. That's all.
Yeah.
Now that we got that out the way as far as the NIL go,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Bill, you see the real understands everything. This is true talk. We keep it real and raw. What's the most amount of NIL you've seen? Matter of fact, I don't even want everybody in your pockets, Mr. Bill. But,
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying? Have you experienced a level of a pretty penny from NIL?
Georgia, I didn't get a dime. I didn't get none from Georgia. Well, look, you gotta keep in mind when I left Georgia, especially around that time I was leaving them, they had that collective, and the collective they weren't taking everybody. Like the collective didn't have the whole team on it. Which
what?
I don't know how it is now, but when I left, there was only probably like I would say like 25 dudes, 30 dudes that were on the collective.
That's
But yeah, it was weird. But so I get to Arizona. That's my first time seeing any NIL money, and I'm not making. Arizona doesn't have, you know, Arizona's not what you think about as having the resources that
Playing.
these other schools can have. But
right.
but they could work up something. Like they got something, and it wasn't anything crazy, but it was enough to be comfortable. It
Yeah.
was like
Right.
it was okay. This is smooth, and it was my first time seeing NIL money. So any money that I could get, I just played 4 years without getting a dime, and now I'm getting something. I was like, yeah, I'll take it. Cool.
Facts.
And then Texas, also kind of similar situation. I was pretty comfortable at Texas. I was nowhere. No, 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 no. I was
I was
nowhere.
pretty comfortable.
I was nowhere near. I was nowhere near the numbers y'all probably hear from other players that
Right.
are that went to Texas, but I was okay.
So they give you the baggage claim.
Hey,
Yeah,
anything is more
yeah,
than what I was getting,
yeah.
boy.
You got a nice baggage claim.
Yeah, we was smooth. We was
You
straight.
smooth, you got a smooth baggage claim. You
We
wasn't
was
listen. You
smooth.
wasn't flying Spirit. You
We
wasn't
don't
flying
eat noodles no more, man.
He was not flying Spirit. He was with
Mm-mm.
Southwest.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Man, look, when I came to your spot when y'all played the national championship that year, the 2021 season. First of
Yeah.
all, I was personally like upset because I was like, bro, this fucking apartment is nice as hell. I said we ain't have shit like this when I was at Georgia.
Was that when I stayed with Jurok and Devontae? Was that the retreat?
I don't think it was just a one bedroom. Remember, as
Oh,
soon
you
as I
talking about?
walked in,
Oh, you talking about
you
it was
had
my
your
spot?
setup.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That was nice. That was my last year. Yeah,
Oh my God. Hey,
that place is
bro.
nice. I got lucky with
You
that one.
bro, you walk into his spot, right? And like he has his chair, he has his kitchen, and if you like walk straight in the house, it's his bedroom. But like he had this shit set up to where it was just like all his damn TV, his computer, his damn
Studio.
sound system, everything
Yeah.
was just right there. So he was like, if he was right here on his computer, you could look up. I said, this shit fire as hell. And he was in there just playing beats. I said, oh,
Uh,
this he really had his whole studio set up. That I ain't gonna
yeah.
lie, that was I
I
ain't
had
had
them.
nothing like that or seen nothing like that.
Yeah. No, I got lucky with that. No, we had them like 15 tall ceilings. No, 15-foot ceilings. That was the nicest apartment I've ever been in.
You know what's funny?
Y'all froze. Y'all froze.
Oh no, you good. I ain't gonna lie, y'all been freezing the whole night. I just been but funny thing, Bill, Eli was supposed to come with me that day. This all is the same night, bro. That I was just talking
Damn.
to you
Let
about.
me tell you what happened that night.
You could have come see the yo.
We go to you know what I'm saying, we go to the homecoming game, we walking through everybody, hey, Mike B, not just playing, but nah, we go to the game. We get to the game. Y'all beat Kentucky. We with her carrying Hall. It was a
Oh,
bunch of them. We walk up that huge hill. I had on jeans. Don't know why I had on jeans to walk that hill, but yeah, man, listen, it wasn't a good sight. So we like, all right. He like, bro, my homeboy got a studio. He make beats and stuff. I'm like, oh, for real? Like, bet, let do it. I'll go, you know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, he pretty chill, you know what I'm saying? He played, you know what I'm saying? He played tonight. I was like, oh, well, bet, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pull up. All right, we gotta go back to get my car. Now, before we park, I asked Mike Burnett, is this spot okay to park my car? He was like, yeah, bro, you should be good. I get back, the car gone. I'm like, dog. I'm like,
bruh.
one of these boys in Clark ain't stole my car.
They stole it.
No, it got
No.
towed, but we thought it got
Oh,
Matter of fact, we asked the people that was tailgating. I was like, "Y'all good?" They're like, "Yeah, we good." We get back, they're still out there. And I'm like, "What happened to the car?" They're like, "Oh yeah, they towed your car." What?
Bro, I don't think I saw where he originally parked. So when I don't know if he was parked wrong or what. I'll take the blame for it. But it's just like they told that shit, and I don't know why they told it because we asked everybody were we good, and everybody was like, yeah. But ain't
Bro,
nothing we can do
Damn,
about that.
Mikey.
I had to spend $300 to get my car out. Mike said, "You still going to the studio?" I said, "No, I'm going home." I'm gonna go home, fam.
Yeah, that's a night ender right there.
Man,
I'm Man, I ain't nowhere else for him to park at because I parked behind Rankin.
Oh, that's also a sketchy spot. The park at you parking behind Rankin.
Really?
Yeah, they be
Because
towing, ticketing. They be doing everything behind Rankin.
No, I was on the I don't know if I was on the ticket list or what, but I saw Jonas and them and Marshall, so Marshall let me park back there.
Oh, well then you was
So
solid.
that's why,
They probably closed it off and everything too.
yeah.
yeah.
So that's why we were straight over there. But like where he was at, he wasn't far from me. But I'm like, you didn't know anybody to where you can pay them.
Yeah,
So
damn.
So,
I feel
Bill,
bad, Eli. I owe you one.
it's all good, man. That's 325 large ones. I ain't forgetting. I just playing. Bill, I want to, we would have, we had you on long enough, but I do want to, before we get off of this thing, I wanted to venture back into the music real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just to give people more about who you are as just the producer. We hear about your everyday life. We hear about you as an athlete. When in terms of producing, man, who was that person that gave you your first big break? That like, kind of in terms of football, we'd be like, man, our first offer. But this one, in this way, it'd be like that first big name that like reached out to you, like, hey, man, let me get a beat.
Back to NLE and K Mula.
Mhm.
Both them dudes was boys. I don't know if they still talk often, but I went to a video shoot. One of my friends from Memphis was shooting a video. It was Shot Flow 2. It was that video. He was like, "You want to come?" I was like, "Yeah." And this is right when like Shot Flow was like blowing up. So NLE was like blowing up and whatever.
Hmm.
And went to the video shoot. Got to met all these dudes at Choppa, met K Mula, met all these dudes. Me and K Mula was ones that originally we was locked in after that. And
Hmm.
so he'd bring Choppa over, and this is still when I was early on. I wish if I could have like where I could make beats now. If I could have been that way in 2019, it would have maybe been a different story. I may not have been playing football, but I was still early on, so all I could do is I was like, shit, I got some sort of beats. I was like, you trying to see something? I just started making beats not too long ago. You trying to see these beats? So they would come over, and I'll show them beats and stuff like that, and they got on they got on like two or three, right, like 3 to 5 beats, and it never got released. They never released them, and then they released one, two of them as a music video for it. I'm in the music video, I'm sitting on top of a car.
Damn.
First
But
of all, who let you stand on top of a car at
it was
3?
my car. It was
Okay, okay.
might be, remember my Yukon?
Yeah, yeah.
It was my Yukon. I was sitting on top of it. But that was the first time I was like, "Damn, like this is cool," and that's what made me realize I was like, this music stuff is cool. Like I want to, if football, whatever it would take me, and it's taken me a long way. But I was like, wherever football goes, music is always going to be there. I was like, I love music, and I love, what it. Am I frozen?
There you
Was
go.
I frozen?
No,
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
cut off for a second.
I was talking, and all of y'all were completely still, and I just stopped talking. And I was like, okay, my bad.
You good, man?
What was
No,
the last thing? What was the last thing I heard?
no, we heard
You,
you the whole
We
time.
heard
yeah,
everything. We just couldn't see you.
Oh,
That's
okay, okay. So yeah, but the music stuff, it's always been there.
Mhm.
Thankfully, I just 6 years later, like 7 years after that happened, we just dropped a little album together.
okay.
That was this is the first time I've ever been involved in a full album, which I
Hmm.
thought was really cool, and it kind of like gives me like a little motivation. I want to do another one. Like I want to find someone else to do it. We're talking about doing a part two, a Men in Black 2.
Hmm.
Find new artists. I got plenty of connections that I've thankfully gotten from Georgia, got from
Hmm.
Texas. I've gotten plenty of connections with managers, producers, all that stuff. So
I
whenever
got some
whenever the
people.
right time is, yeah.
I got some people. Riley Krantz. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I got a homeboy in
Yeah.
Atlanta.
got
He's
John
an engineer.
Jones. I'm
John,
telling
look,
you,
John Jones.
ready.
You feel me?
Hey, you know what I
Listen,
mean?
Shout
Hey, hey, we're gonna have to do. We got to book a studio session, and we all got to go in there do a in
No, I'm
person
dead serious. No, I'm
podcast.
dead ass serious. I'm really
No,
trying.
like we're gonna do this real talk in the studio.
You think he's thinking?
We're doing
Listen,
real talk in the studio. We're gonna in
we
there.
will come to LA. You
He,
just let me know. Look, I got the flights on deck. You know what I mean? We
I,
go
I already.
he find a
I'm already
spirit.
locked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I-
Okay,
I'm
he's
already
bugging.
locked
I'm
in.
not
I'm
hopping
already
on
locked
that.
in with some studio spots.
for sure.
So that would I would love that. That'd be badass.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. No hard cap, man. Shout out my cousin. He another one.
Mm-hmm.
JB Chosen just came on, the Miami
Yeah.
rapper. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I think a lot of this stuff is like networking. Where I see it, obviously, take money and stuff like that. The next thing, it's two things I want to ask you. Before I, get you out of here. I know you got a
Yeah.
busy schedule. The first thing is, who are some influences when it comes to you in like beat making? I know, like when I heard your beat, this is from me hearing it. You hear that heavy like 3-6 Mafia type, like cynical, like Memphis sound, like it's that aggressive, like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's just what I heard from it. But like, who are some of your influences as far as like in the music industry, and also to piggyback with that, like who are some people that you have been able to work with, and who are some people that you hope to work with in the future?
Yeah. So some influences I probably had. Obviously, Murder Beats.
Mm-hmm.
He's been all over. He's proven himself in the music industry, and he's made a extreme living off of it. Which that was the first person I seen. I was like, damn, that dude's balling off of beats right now. So, uh, uh, no, but that whole sound, Murder Beats, Juicy J and the 3-6 Mafia, I like that. I like listening to that old school 3-6 Mafia stuff. With that kind of dark, kind of heavy 808s, all that stuff.
Right.
And then TNT is like a producer that does a lot of stuff for Raw Wave, and I'm sure y'all have heard about those. Taj Money. These are all these dudes that I have connections
Oh
with.
yeah, I know Todd. Yeah.
Yeah. So these are all these dudes. I like making Raw Wave beats just as much as I like making them heavy trap beats. Using samples and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's all the inspiration I've gotten throughout the years and some of the current ones that I have. But what was the second part of that?
Second part of that question was like, who are some people that you've been able to work with, and
Mhm.
who are some you hope to work with going forward?
I've worked with a lot of like kind of Memphis producers, kind of local dudes. Real Red, he does a lot of stuff for Low Double O, and this Back in Blood. He's the one who did Back in Blood.
Wow.
With Push Ice Team.
Okay.
But
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah,
It's a
so
banger.
yeah, but as far as people I would like to work with, Raw Wave is like that's the artist I would love to work with.
Hey, listen, you just don't know who got connections in True Talk. That's all I'm
Yeah.
gonna say. Shout out to Rodarius. My boy Bill got the cook up for you, man. We waiting on you, man. It's been a long time
I'm
coming.
telling you.
Yeah. Hey, if someone out there got the Raw Wave connections, that's like half my catalog. But Raw Wave, Rilo, No Cap, I like those are two of my other favorite artists. And those are as far as artists, that's who I would probably be my dream to work with. But yeah, those are my three I'm gonna name.
For sure. Now, my last question of the day: how much does a Bill Norton beat cost? How much is the Bill Norton beat going? Because at this point, brother, you professional. Your craft
Yeah.
is a professional art of work. If I call somebody right now in Atlanta and say, "Hey, man, I got this producer. Hey, he got him going." Now, he might not get the HBO special. That's to help a brother out. But how much is the Bill Norton special going, man?
The Bill Norris special. See, it's going to depend on beats too. If
Okay.
like one of them, like when I was telling you earlier, my top 5 beats,
Mhm.
that's going. And selling beats is so complicated. It doesn't need to be. But as far as licensing and like or getting exclusive rights to beats, there's so many different ways to sell a beat.
Yeah.
But it's exclusive rights. If you want exclusive rights to a top 5 beat of mine,
Mhm.
it's gonna be around a band. It's gonna be around a band for my top 5 beats.
Talk that talk, Bill.
It's gonna be around a
Hey
band.
man,
You deserve
name
it.
your price, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
It's your beat.
right person to pay that though.
Yeah.
For real.
And then if you're doing like licensing as far as like you get included in streaming stuff, then obviously it's a little different.
Gotcha.
Exclusive rights, if you want to buy the beat and it's your beat, it's gonna be around a band.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. So might be want to buy a beat, it's gonna be around a no, just kidding. It's not gonna be
Hey man,
might be.
I'll pay that man
It's
if I
not
pay the price. I don't want no homeboy discount. I get it.
Yeah, hey, it's
For
your
real.
friend.
Because when
completely
I
forgot
start
about
dishing
addressing
my
this
shit,
earlier too. The Rams, man, real quick.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna get into it heavy because
Yeah.
we've had a great conversation. Forgot all about it, but get to the Rams, man. How has it been transitioning from the South? Now you're living on the West Coast. The Rams organization is deep rooted in having great defensive linemen.
Yeah.
Currently, I think Aaron Donald
The
still
best.
lives in LA. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
How has that been so far? And hopefully, I can come to a training camp in where you guys training camp at
Is
Irvine.
it still Oxnard?
Nah, that's Cowboys. They training camp being Irvine. Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
ours is somewhere like on the coast. I don't know exactly where it is, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's somewhere around.
it's in Irvine. Y'all gonna be at that
Yeah.
little university. Just
Yeah.
I'll be out
Uh, yeah. But no, the Rams have been cool though.
there.
I didn't think I was gonna go Rams,
Hmm.
honestly, in the draft stuff. I thought it was gonna be Dolphins. You know, I
Oh,
had
really,
yeah, I thought it was gonna be Dolphins the whole time, and then we're watching the draft, and they're taking four. They took like four D linemen. I was like, damn, I'm not going. That we need hit a change of plans right now. My agents handled it perfectly. Rams wanted me figure that out day 2, so going into day 3, I already knew where we were going, which was, I was
hmm
lucky to have. But I got opportunity to go here and had a great rookie mini camp. Got to go to Hawaii. Had a great
hmm
time in Hawaii,
it's
and
dope.
then now I've just been training. And now we go back to training camp July 21st, and we get right back to it.
Yes,
yes,
sir.
Mhm.
sir.
Yeah,
That's
gotta make
dope,
that
man.
name
Hey,
good.
Shout out to that boy Rail. You
man.
play with my boy Rail.
Wait, who?
Merch.
Merch? Oh my gosh, I forgot you know merch.
Yeah,
Shout out
merch
to
is my
Tree.
guy.
Munching on merch.
You know, Tree still with y'all, Tremaine, Ankrum.
Anchor.
Nah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. I used to
Nah,
play a game. I used to play a game with him and Drew Rock. But nah, he's not there no more.
He's
dang.
he's in Texas, the Texans, ain't it?
I think it's Texans.
Yeah. But merch, funny thing, Bill, full circle moment. He was actually supposed to come to Georgia, 2017. That same
Really?
year that Malik came, Rich came. The only reason why
Hmm.
he didn't come is we didn't have no more scholarships. That's why he
Damn.
went to NC State.
Yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
merch is that dude. I love merch. No, he's hilarious.
Yeah, merch is funny as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
That's funny. But
Yeah.
man, listen, man, it has been a pleasure. I
Yes,
really
sir.
appreciate you coming on, man, telling us
For
who
real.
and is and being authentically yourself. That's a tongue
Hmm.
hmm
twister for me.
Yeah.
But nah, seriously, man, it means a lot. You gain a new fan. You gain a new family. Like I tell anybody, you come on here now, we family now. You know what I mean?
We
hmm
gonna
Uh,
we gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to do the podcast in the studio now.
for
We're
sure,
gonna hit the
for sure.
studio.
100. There's always a part two with
Hmm.
me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We're gonna have a
Uh,
part 2.
for sure. I was also, you know what I'm saying, even if you come back down to this Ohio State Texas games, you're in the region, we can get it popping, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
nah, on a serious tip though, man, I really appreciate you coming on, taking the time out your
Hmm.
day. I know the guys appreciate it.
Hell
And
yeah.
giving
Yeah.
For real.
us a chance to know who you are, you know what I mean? Know your talents, and just building networks, man, and just having that's what it's all about, having great conversations. I always like to say
Yeah.
real conversations, raw emotions. So, you know what I'm saying? What you see is what you get with us, and that's how we like to keep things rolling.
Yeah.
I do accept that offer to come and do it in the studio, man. Hey,
We're gonna hit the studio.
you
Oh,
Yeah.
pick the studio, we'll be out there. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
We're gonna
saying?
plan. We're gonna plan it out.
Uh,
No, I appreciate y'all for letting me come on here.
for
I don't
sure.
I don't
Nah,
I
for
don't do
sure.
I don't really do podcasts often. I don't but when Mike B texted me, I was like, all right, I gotta chat with Mike Beasley.
Let's get it.
Yeah, for
My
No,
sure,
dog.
man.
but yeah,
Appreciate that, man.
no,
That's
this is
dope.
awesome. Mhm.
Hey, now I've been telling people, we still could use a Bill Norton beat for the intro for this podcast.
Y'all got I'll send one right after this.
Boy, you
Y'all
oh,
heard
know,
it here
hey,
first, people on True Talk, man. We got our
my
beat, man. You
dog,
know what
boy.
I'm saying?
I'm gonna send y'all one right after this.
For
I'm
sure,
gonna
man.
send you
Hey,
something for it
that's
too.
love,
that's
that's
love.
love,
That's
man.
love.
Yeah,
For sure,
I'll
man.
send y'all a little pack. You can choose some.
Okay.
Word, Mike.
Might be is gonna pay me. It's all good.
For sure. Hey, look, he gonna use that collective money from UGA, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm still waiting on my back pay. That shit ain't hit my bank account yet. I'm waiting on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
man. So everybody that's tuning in, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Like we say, every week gonna get even bigger and better. Keep tuning in to see more guests, more conversations being had where we keep it real and raw here at True Talk. Again, shout out to Mr. Bill Norton, man. LA Rams. We wish you a good luck this season.
Hmm.
As far as the music tip, we hope to see you everywhere, man. Grammy
Yeah.
artist or producer, you know what I'm saying? We wish you all the best. with your success or all the success.
For sure.
Yeah.
Tongue twister. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, man. I'm just happy, man. You know what
That tongue twisting.
I'm saying?
No.
No Diddy, bro. Hey, well, no,
Mhm.
man. It's been a good episode, man, and we're
No.
very thankful to have you on, man. That's how we're gonna end this thing. Y'all keep tuning in to The Real Understands Everything, where we keep it real and raw each and every week.
For sure.